I'm a Miami Hurricanes fan, but respect to the Florida Gators. Respect to the Florida Gators and how those dudes came to play during this basketball tournament that we call March Madness. This was some serious madness. You can't ask for much more than what you got in this NCAA tournament this year. Two exceptionally played Final Four games, a national championship that comes down to the final seconds, the final possession, and the Florida Gators overcoming a 12-point second half deficit to beat the Houston Cougars 65-63 for the Florida Gators' third basketball national championship. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Welcome back to Full Court Press Podcast. Rudy's Rant. Talk facts and feelings. Appreciate everyone being on with me tonight. Drop a comment, like the video. Let me know your thoughts. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. Walter Clayton Jr. was coming off of 3 monster performances. Heck, 4 actually. 4 straight since the UConn game, 4 monster performances. And what happens tonight? Houston locks him down in the first half. Absolutely locks him down. He couldn't even get a shot off largely. It wasn't like he was missing. He was barely able to get a shot off. But he found a way to impact the game. He had assists. He was still getting his teammates involved. Second half, he finishes with 11 points. Scores 11 points in the second half. He was 3 for 10. Only took 10 shots, 7 threes. It was 1 for 7 for 3, but he went to the line. He attacked the rim. Hit a couple of and ones in the second half on layups. Finished with 7 assists, 5 rebounds. He hit a big 3 late in the game, make it 60-60. But this dude had a big defensive play. The most outstanding player of the tournament. He has a huge defensive play to prevent Emmanuel Sharp from taking a 3-point shot he was wide open for a split second. But Clayton got way up in the air. Sharp dropped the ball, and he couldn't touch it. If he did, it would have been traveling. And yeah, that was about it right there. Alex Condon dove for the ball. He hit it, basically running the clock out. And the Gators are champions 65-63. It was an unbelievable game. It was an ugly game, but it was an unbelievably physical game, an intense game. Neither team shot the ball all that well. I mean, really, they both shot very poorly. This game was played exactly how Houston wanted it to be played, in the mud. It was played in the mud. They shot under 35%, but they still led by 12. How much time did they lead by 12 with? Let's see here. They led by 12 with 16:24 to go in the game. They led by 11 with 13:38. And then the Gators made a run and got back in it. And once the Gators got back in it, you had a feeling that the Gators were going to find a way to get it done, albeit final 5 minutes, the Gators could not get a rebound. The Cougars had multiple offensive boards to get second chance points, which kept them ahead. But it was an incredible game. Again, not the prettiest, but the intensity, the ferocity, the energy, the excitement, the passion. Those are what make you love this. This is what March Madness and one shining moment is all about. One shining moment gets played every year, and I record it on my phone just so I can watch it over and over again. I remember the one shining moments back I think they started in the late 80s. I definitely remember them, very, very well with, the 1990 UNLV team and Duke and North Carolina versus Michigan and all that stuff. Though that song would make my skin, it gave me goosebumps. And to this day, it still gives me goosebumps. It's one of those songs that just gets you emotional. The people that do the editing of this video at the end, they do it so fast. Obviously, I'm sure they have the whole thing wrapped up, and then they take those what 10 minutes they got, 15 minutes they got between when the game ends and when the video needs to be up to add those final touch clips from the game that they just did. And they do an outstanding job. It just captures the passion of the event, from the fans to the band to the cheerleaders to the players to the coaches and everything in between. It's why you love this. And there's only one sport that has this, and this March Madness. You don't have this in the national championship for football. You don't have this in the Super Bowl. You don't have this in Major League Baseball World Series. You don't have this in the NBA Finals. You have this in March Madness. And I don't even know if they have a song for the women, because I watched the game yesterday. I don't even see a song after. I mean, they should make a song for them as well, because they heck, I don't know why you don't just use the same damn song. The song is what it is. It's that moment, that one moment in time. Because for most college athletes, this is it. You'll never play professional sports. The large majority of college athletes will never play professional sports. So these moments are beautiful. You cherish them. You never let them go. Ask any player. ask a player from the Miami Hurricanes football team who played in 01 and 02, and ask them which game they remember more. And I would bet that most of them will never forget the 02 loss to Ohio State, because it scarred them emotionally. Hell, it scars me as a fan. They were 23 years after the fact, and I wasn't on the field. But big, real ballers, like, they remember losses more than they remember wins. The wins are great. You want the championships, but the ones that get away will always gnaw at you. They'll always eat you up. They'll always be like, man. Ask the guys from Kentucky losing to Duke in 1991 on the Christian Laettner, or whatever it was, 91, 92. That Christian Laettner fadeaway from 16 feet on the Grant Hill pass. I mean, ask them about that. They probably to this day are just nauseated thinking about that play. But that's what makes this special. These moments. That video encapsulates the entire tournament. And they could probably make that song 20 minutes long and have so many more moments, because the tournament's amazing. And even with all the stuff that goes on now, with the fact that you have NIL and you don't recognize half the players on half these teams, and a lot of these players that even play today might not be in their team next year because they transfer somewhere. Who knows? But I love it. I hope you enjoy it, because it's the closest thing to purity we got, even though these guys are all paid a boatload of money now. That said, this tournament has made Walter Clayton Jr. a star. He didn't have a monster game tonight, but his tournament was outstanding, and he is going to probably be a top 5 pick in the draft now because of it. He's 6'3". He's a senior. This kid's 22, 23 years old probably at this point. He's gone through the grind. He's ready. He's a guy who's ready to play in the NBA. More unlike these young kids that are never ready when they get there. Steph Curry, man. I'm not saying he's Steph Curry, but he's Steph Curry. He gives you reminders of that Steph Curry run. And even though Steph Curry didn't win a championship, that run with Steph Curry elevated him through the roof. And I think he'll do the same with Walter Clayton Jr. I think he'll do the same for Walter Clayton Jr. An amazing run, an amazing tournament. Florida Gators are national champions again. And like I said, I'm a Hurricane fan, but salute to the Florida Gators. And I hope I don't have my Facebook timeline completely flooded with this shit, but I already know I'm gonna. And deep in my soul, I was pulling for those guys. I wanted them to get it done. because I'm from Florida. I'm from Florida. I want to get those. Some people. I know some FSU fans that wanted Florida to win. Actually, believe it or not. But yeah, salute to them, man. They earned that bad boy. And on to the next. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Leave a comment. This is Full Court Press Podcast. Rudy's Rant. Facts for feelings. Come on now.